Alright, what up everyone? Zach here, and today I'm going to talk about carb cycling and how you can do it for rapid fat loss. We're going to talk about what is carb cycling, how it works, why we do it, and why it works. And at the end, I'm going to show you an Excel spreadsheet that I made to track my macros while I'm carb cycling. It has made my life way easier, and it will make your life easier too. I'll give it away to you for free, but first let's get into it. So first thing is, what is carb cycling? So carb cycling is alternating your carbohydrate intake throughout a certain period of time. So for example, mine is 1 week. I'll start off on Monday, high carbs, taper them down throughout the week. Friday, Saturday are gonna be low carbs, and then I spike them back up on Monday and just repeat that process week after week until I get down to the desired body fat that I'm looking for. At the same time as alternating my carbs, my fats are going to be doing the same thing. So on my high carb day, my fats are going to be low, and then when I get to Friday, Saturday, my fats are going to be high, carbs are going to be low. At the same time as doing both of these things, your protein is going to be steady at 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. And I know all this sounds pretty confusing right now. I'm going to set up a whiteboard and I'll show you exactly what this looks like. All right guys, so green is going to be my carbohydrates. So beginning of the week, I'm going to start them high, and this is what the carbs are going to look like throughout the week. So Monday, starting high. Throughout the week, we're going to taper down, bring them back up next week. So those are your carbs. Nice cycle. And then at the same time, you're going to have your fats here. Your fats, since your carbs are high, your fats are going to start low down here. And as you taper your carbs down, your fats are going to taper up, and they're going to intersect just like this. And that's basically what that's going to look like. And then at the same time as those, my orange is going to be protein, which is, for me, it's 255 grams. This is right here. This thing is just going to stay steady right in the middle throughout your whole diet plan. All right, so now the next question is why do you have to carb cycle while you drop your calories to lose fat? Why can't you just drop your calories and leave it at that and lose fat? So to answer this question, I need you to understand that your body is built to survive in the caveman times. Your body doesn't know that there's a grocery store right down the street that you can go to and buy an abundance of food. It's built to help you survive through a famine. And the way that it does this is through a hormone called leptin. So without getting too deep, leptin is created by your fat cells and communicates to your brain whether to keep your metabolism running high and your appetite low, or vice versa, to keep your appetite high and your metabolism low. So basically you got to think of it, if there's plenty of food, your metabolism is going to be okay and be able to run and burn lots and lots of calories, and your appetite's going to be low because you don't need a bunch of food. Now during times of famine, back in the day when you needed food and your fat stores were getting low, your body lowered your metabolism to save some of the energy and upped your appetite, telling you that you're hungry all the time, so you would go look for food. Now if you were to just lower your calories without carb cycling, your leptin is going to tell your brain that food is getting scarce, and that is going to put your body into starvation mode, which in turn is going to lower your metabolism, which means you're not going to burn nearly as many calories normally as you would. It's going to make your appetite go up, and that's exactly what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to trick the body with carb cycling. All right, so now I'm going to show you what this looks like. So normally your calories are here. This is what your calories are going to stay fairly steady normally. Okay, at the same time as your calories are staying normal, your leptin levels are going to stay normal as well. Everything is going to be straight working away. You know, nothing's going to change. Wherever you are is going to be where you are. Now let me show you what it looks like when you just lower your calories, or AKA a crash diet. So your calories are going to start high, you know, and you're just going to drop them like this. Okay, now when that happens, your leptin levels, which are produced by your fat cells, your body's going to sense that your calorie intake isn't as high, so your leptin levels are going to drop right along with it. And you know what happens when your leptin levels drop? Your metabolism is going to drop, and you're not going to burn calories. You're going to get hungry all the time. That's why normal diets don't work. People that just drop their calories shit does not work. All right, so with carb cycling, your carbs are the key because they're gonna spike your metabolism back up. So carb cycling, you're gonna start up here, start with high carbs, you know, go low. I already showed you how this works, okay? That's how that's gonna work. Metabolism and leptin are gonna be green. So your metabolism is gonna start off pretty steady. As you get to this middle point to where your low carbs are, your body's probably gonna sense that, you know, your metabolism and your leptin levels will start to drop. Okay, when you reintroduce the carbs back up, they're gonna meet and they're gonna spike back up again. And that is the beauty of carb cycling. That is why carb cycling works, and that is why this is the best way to lose fat, period. Now that you know how all of this works, the hardest part is probably how the hell do you do it yourself? So when I started carb cycling, I tried MyFitnessPal, I tried all the apps you could think of. I tried manually tracking it and everything just took way too long. So I got into Excel. I created a little program for my diet that I can just enter in the amount of foods that I want to eat, and it automatically tracks all my stuff for me. It works great. I've used it through 2 contest preps that have got me down to 5% body fat, and it works awesome. So now I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna show you what that looks like. At the end, I'll tell you how you can get it. I'll give it away for free. I want to help you do this yourself and avoid all the pitfalls that I went through, because trying to figure out how to actually track all this stuff is extremely time consuming. It's not just prepping food for one day. You have to eat differently every day, and to have to do this day in and day out, it gets really hard. So this is an extremely good tool that I hope will help you. So I'm gonna share my screen now and show you exactly how this thing works.
Alright guys, so this is what the diet plan looks like. Do not be intimidated. It's not as hard as it looks. Once you get the hang of it, it is super easy to use. So these are going to be your match macros. Now everything is going to calculate from these 3 boxes. Okay, so I'm going to enter my body weight, 170. I'm going to enter my total daily energy expenditure, which I will show you in a how-to video when I send you the diet plan. 2697 I think is mine, and my week is week number 1 of carb cycling. So after entering those in, it automatically calculates all your macros across the board. So Monday is high carb day, 80% carbs, 20% fats. Notice your carbs are high, 230, 235, and then as you go throughout the week, 60-40, your carbs are going to lower down a little bit. 50-50, carbs are going to be 147, lower down again a little bit more. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are going to be your low carb days. And then after your low carb days, you're going to jump back to 50-50 day for Sunday again, and then you're going to go back to Monday for high carb day again. So now as you go throughout this diet, so I'm going to go into week 2 now. Watch your calories here. Okay, week 2, enter. They're gonna drop by 100. Week 3, enter, drop by another 100. Week 4, and that's how your calories are gonna drop each week, and that automatically drops your carbs, fats. Your proteins are always gonna stay the same. So let's enter 2 back in here. So now you go down this list. These are all your protein foods, high protein foods, all your high carb foods, your fats, your dairies. Okay, now you're going to go down here. This is a reference guide so that you can see what is in each option of your proteins, your carbs, dairies, and fats. I will also include this Word document that you can print out so you don't constantly have to scroll down, which is kind of helpful. So let's show you how this works. I'm going to go over here to 50-50 days. So you see serving size here for ground beef is 1 ounce. So if I want to do 6 ounces of ground beef, I'm going to just put 6 in here. Okay, see how that automatically calculates calories, protein, carbs, and fats, or 0 carbs. So now I'm going to go down to chicken. I want to do 6 ounces of chicken as well. See, your protein and your fats are starting to go up. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to say I'm going to do 8 egg whites. Enter. Okay, so now I'm up to 128 grams of protein. Shrimp, I'm going to do 10 ounces of shrimp because I like shrimp. So now I'm up to 188. I'm going to stick right there for a little bit. Now I'm going to go down to my carbs. I got to do 135 grams of carbs. So I'm going to start with brown rice. I'm going to do 6 ounces of brown rice. I'm at 42 carbs. I'm going to do some broccoli because you just want to have broccoli. I'm going to do 6 ounces of broccoli. That adds 12 carbs, 6 grams of protein. So I still need more. I'm going to go down to oatmeal. I'm going to do 6 ounces of oatmeal. So that puts me up to 135 carbs. Let's see, I suppose I'll do 5 ounces of granola. So that puts me over. See, I'm over on my carbs now. I'm going to want to go down 4. Let's do 3. Okay, so that puts me pretty close. Now I'm going to go back up and I'm going to add my carbs in, or my fats back in, and that should bring my fats up to where I need them. So I'm going to actually do, what do I like? Salmon. We'll do 4 ounces of salmon. Okay, so now I'm at 246 with 47 fats. I'm going to do 5 ounces of salmon actually. 253. So I'm only 10 off on my fats. I'm going to go back down. I'm going to add a little bit more carbs in. I'm going to say I'm going to do 4 ounces of asparagus. I'm going to say I'm going to do 5 ounces of asparagus. So that puts me pretty close. So you can play with this a little bit more, but you know, I mean, that's really close enough. I mean, you want to watch your macros more than your overall calories. So your calories are never going to be right on, but you want to try to get as close as you can with the macros. That's pretty decent right there. You could probably get a little bit more, but for the sake of this video, I will leave it at that right there.
Alright guys, so that's basically how the diet plan works. If you want one for yourself, there's a link in the description. Just enter your email address in and I will email it straight over to you, along with a video that explains exactly how to use it a little more in depth. And I'll also show you how to enter in foods yourself if some of the foods on there aren't stuff that you want to eat. I hope this video has been helpful. If you guys have any questions at all about the diet plan, even after you've got it or whatnot, comment below. I'll read all the comments. I'll help you guys out with anything you want. Thanks for watching.